Hey everybody, Stippling Vaughn, and at it again as always, just grinding away. And as you can hear from the background, I'm at my local dive bar. And this is indeed a dive bar. Every town has that bar with a bad reputation, that as soon as you tell people this is the bar that you go to, their opinion of you automatically drops. Me, I love it because I get all my work done. I have the ambience, and more importantly, during the day, I'm surrounded by tradesmen. And tradesmen, it's amazing how if I go to a high-class place, you're surrounded by people that want to take advantage of you. Whereas here, they respect the work that you do, and they're supportive of it, and they treat you like a fellow tradesman. So if anybody's like, why do you go to a place like that? That's the reason why. I've gone to other places, and people who have higher incomes, and all they want to do is they'll put you down and try to dicker with you if they want you to do some work. And of course, they also have their opinions of what you should do, and they're very vocal about it and very pushy about it. Whereas again, here, not the case. So if anybody asks why I work here, that's one of the primary reasons why. So I want to give some shout outs. Of course, today is the last day that you can back Wraith of God by Andy Lopresti. He's going to be shutting it down during his stream tonight. So if you aren't watching this before 8 o'clock p.m., you missed out. And the only way you'll be able to get it is if he has it as an add-on for his upcoming Wraith of God campaign. So Aaron has been producing some high-quality content on his stream. And on top of that, he's also keeping you abreast with the work that he's doing. And you really look at it, it's one of those where it's like he's almost maintaining a monthly book workload, or maybe a bi-monthly workload, with the amount of pages he's producing for his book. And whereas I'm not going to throw shade or say other artists don't produce like he's producing, but I mean, let's be honest, he's producing basically a trade paperback, a graphic novel that's, at least if this was a mainstream, it would have been a 4-issue miniseries that would have been then collected into a book. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to get it. I will be doing a stream unboxing it, and then I'll do another stream, or not a stream, a video, with my opinion, with the review. My opinion reviews aren't that strong because I really don't want to give away anything about what's going on in the book. I want you to become enticed by, sorry about that, I want you guys to become enticed by what he's producing and to back the next campaign so you can get it yourself, so then you can have informed your own opinion on the book and to be entertained. So I got some great feedback from the last video from Jeremy, Lord Crackhead, because I was saying how much a great stream he had the night before last week with the giveaway, and that really shows again generosity. He did another stream again last night. If anybody's really interested in the independent scene, I would definitely advise them to check out Jeremy's CG Talk stream that's on Saturday nights. When there's so much negativity in our world, and there's a lot of streams that are negative, and they put down all the naysaying going around, primarily from supporters of the mainstream, and we are a threat to the mainstream, we ignore it. We really, they might address it a little bit, but by and large, it's one of those where it's like, we don't need that negativity. All we're going to do is just celebrate these independent books. And Jeremy is a huge supporter of the independent scene. A perfect example is now I'm going to pronounce this wrong. There was a book that was launched Friday night called Aquila, and it was launched on Michael Bancroft's stream. And again, that's another stream that's really good. Michael Bancroft, he avoids the discussion of the negativity. He focuses on the positives. Because when you focus on the positives, and the negative opinion has a lesser impact on your beliefs, and it's harder to sway a positive opinion from a negative opinion. So Michael Bancroft is he's the one that I really started to follow when it came to independent creators on CG, because he himself is one, and so he's giving back to giving a spotlight to these creators. And he doesn't, what I'm starting to notice is, he doesn't just have them on either to launch their book or soon after they've launched their book. He'll have them on again before the campaign's over to help give a spotlight to it. It's like, hey, in case you forgot, there's this book, and this is. And sometimes the creator, from when the book launches to when they're on a stream again, they have additional pages to show, which helps out a lot. With smaller campaigns, you have to show more stuff as pages are created to garner that interest. As long as they're not showing the significant key pages, showing like giving away what the plot was or what the twist is, still it helps out a lot. And I'm noticing that a lot of the successful campaigns, when I say that, I mean like how Graham Nolan has been showing, he shows you a lot of the pages that are going to be in the book, but he doesn't show the significant giveaway pages. And when you're showing a page that is in just black and white pencil form, or just pencils and inks with no dialogue, that's the key thing, no dialogue, you can appreciate the art, you can appreciate what's going on, it generates enthusiasm, but it's not giving away anything. So that when you get the book, you don't feel like, oh, I already know what everything's going to happen. So, and again, you get a lot of that with Michael Bancroft's show and with Jeremy and Lord Crackhead's show. I want to touch on something real quick before I run out of time. And, well, two things. A, I was very appreciative and very flattered by the severe uplifting and support I got from Jeremy and Von Klaus when they're showing the Tear in the Trenches, all the different pieces of campaign art. They were very supportive and very extremely complimentary. Thank you guys. Okay, thank you. What you guys said meant a lot to me. It just was like, yeah, you're right, guys. I just grind away at this bar, and all I can just do is just keep doing. This is my happy place. This is where I can get my own work done. Because I've tried working at home, and I had to do a lot of evaluating of myself. And when I'm working at home, sometimes because of how we don't have a lot of space at home, for starters, and if we did have space for me to have my drawing table completely set up the way I'd want it, it would have to be like facing into the room. And that takes up a lot of space as opposed to a drawing table facing the wall. And you take a look here, I'm going to pan up again. You can see I'm not against the wall. I've got a wall here, but yet I'm out in the open. Okay? Anybody walking by can see me. I got a lot of people coming by asking me, and I always point out to them if they're interested. Sorry about that. If they're interested, they can always get a copy of my Ashcan Scat Investigators. It's this is a page that will be in the actual book, and if you are interested in a copy, all you have to do is you can contact me through under Stippling Vaughn under either YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and it's only $5 for the book, and it's $5 for shipping. But I mean, they're like 8 pages of the story without dialogue, so that way you can really see the storytelling with just the dots. Because a lot of people look at my stuff when I post stuff, and like when I do submissions for art contests, and what am I doing? I'm doing a pinup. There's a difference between doing a pinup and doing actual sequential pages. It's a completely different beast. Doing pinups is actually easy compared to doing sequential art. But I want people to be able to see how I am doing my own book, and it is all in stipple. So that's the primary reason why I came up with the Ashcan, is to make people aware of what I'm doing. So Ethan's relaunching his Wreck Planet campaign, his Second Chance campaign for Wreck Planet. Andy Smith has announced his new campaign. It's going to be launching in about a month. It is called Cordrath. Is a barbarian age of magic and barbarianism. And it looks really good. What I'm really liking is he's definitely doing a different style than he normally does. And I think that's important because I didn't have a problem with his First Man stuff, but I do see the validity in the criticisms that I was hearing on different shows by people who are saying, I don't have a problem against him, but the book isn't for me. I'm hoping that this book is more towards people liking the first thing I'm seeing that he's doing, and I think he needs to be really push this. Okay, he needs to do some panels really showing and highlighting he's doing a lot more cross hatching. He needs to show that. I mean, he needs to be like heavy-handed. He needs to produce a full page showing a lot of texturing in the background, on the characters. The barbarian character, first thing I noticed was that he had a lot of like heavy blacks in the musculature of him. And he needs to really be doing that to really push himself, because if you really look at a lot of good artists, they are heavy in the blacks. In today's day and age with computers and computer coloring and creating an image coloring through the computer, rendering with a computer, it's easier to avoid blacks. But if you really look at the artists that really strive, okay, they're very heavy-handed with the blacks to create the form. And line weight is important, but pushing yourself with the blacks, and that's the evolution of someone's style. And with this, it looks more towards a style that he's working on, as opposed to Oh, that's the same style he was doing when he was working with DC. That was the same style he had when he was working with Marvel. You got to push yourself. That's one of the things I do like about Graham. Graham, with every single one of the books he's done so far, he has really pushed himself style-wise. And he said with his Ghost of Matacumba Key that he's going to be pushing himself with much more heavier blacks. And he says he's going to be referencing for influence and inspiration Will Eisner. So, but that's where we got going on right now here work-wise. So we got the Loch Ness Monster, we got the skeleton I'm working on. I think what I'm going to get done here, I'm going to work on her hair. I want a very romantic feel between Frankenstein, and the Bride of Frankenstein. So I didn't like how I was doing the hair, so I'm going to redo her hair. The challenge with her is one of the things that makes her so iconic visually is when Universal Monsters had her, the way they did her hair, the squiggly white. You can't. So I had originally done the squiggly white, but if I do that, I'll get a copyright strike because it's so iconic too, and they do have a copyrighted. That's the reason why you can't show those. Why I avoid. You don't show the bolts in the side of his neck for Frankenstein. So I'm gonna rework her so she has that look and feel of the Bride of Frankenstein, but it's not gonna look like her. So that's what I'm working on. So you guys all have a great day. Remember, like I said, please, if you see this before 8 p.m., please back Wraith of God. You'll get it mailed to you immediately. If not, you're going to have to look and see if he has it available as an add-on for his next campaign. But I would definitely advise everybody to look at and support Aaron Lopresti. Ethan is also launching his Second Chance campaign. And of course, please go and check out Von Kloss's Terror in the Trenches. I've already backed the book, so me entering the art contest, it wasn't like, oh, I can do a free book out of it. No, it's, if I win it, I win it. But I did the art submission because I believe in, I like the idea, I like the story I've seen so far, and I thought that I could do a good submission page. So until then, remember everybody, life is stressful. Just take it one day at a time.